Evening. My name is Ofer. Thanks everybody for coming today. I run developer relations here at Vectara, and I want to also make sure you know there's a lot of us from Vectara here in the room, so hopefully you met some of them and were able to ask some questions. Today we have a very special program for you. We have a lot of our engineering and machine learning team available to give you some really interesting information. But before I start, I want to kind of a little bit of a show of hands. Who here knows how RAG works? Show of hands, anyone? Yeah? About half the people. And out of those, who has actually built kind of a do-it-yourself, try to build your own RAG pipeline? Okay, about, I would say 20%. All right, maybe less. Okay, cool. So I want to lead you here to this QR code we have here. This is a tweet I just created a couple hours ago to ask some questions about that same theme. Because what I'm going to tell you today and what the team here of speakers are going to tell you is about RAG, how it works, and also part of what Vectara does, which is how we make RAG much, much easier in a way that you don't have to learn all the complexity underneath that. And so I'm going to move one slide forward here to this slide, which kind of shows really what Vectara is. Vectara is a RAG as a service company. So we provide a service which, through a really easy API, you as the user can upload your data through the API, and then after it's uploaded, you can issue some queries. And all that you see here in the bottom is stuff that we do for you. That's what the service is all about. So we extract text from the documents you upload, chunk the data. Oops, I clicked way too fast. Chunk the data, encode the data with an embedding model, which we'll talk about today. Index the data in a vector database that we have internally in our system. Do the whole retrieval process, which is actually quite complex when you move from a small POC to a large enterprise deployment of RAG. Do re-ranking, do the summarization, all of that stuff happens. So you don't have to really understand this in a lot of detail and be experts in this, which honestly is quite complex. I'll tell you, and you know, I do this every day, and I still get confused about all the stuff that's happening every week in this space. It's mind-boggling. So this is what Vectara does, and we'll go into details a little bit about RAG as well. So with that, I want to introduce our speakers today. We're going to talk around a couple topics. First, Forrest will come in and show you how to build RAG simply with Vectara. Just step by step, how you build a RAG pipeline. What does it mean to do it with Vectara? And for those of you who did do it yourself, hopefully you'll see the difference of why it's simpler and why it's easier. Then we'll take some questions. After that, Vivek from our machine learning team too will come to the stage and talk to you about retrieval. Retrieval, it turns out, is the R in RAG, and it's a very important step in getting RAG results of high quality. And so he'll talk about how to do that and how to use embedding models and other pieces of the retrieval piece. Then we'll have Forrest again come to show us a little bit more about calibration techniques and talk more about our hallucination model. And then finally we'll have one other topic by a member of our front-end engineering team, Derek. And a lot of people talk about the infrastructure and the models and everything like this. But I think one of the most the most important thing, maybe not the most important, but one of the most important things is to get the UI correctly. So once you get the result from a RAG pipeline, you want to show it to the user in a way that makes it easy to use for them and makes them want to use the application more. And this changes with AI a little bit. So Derek is going to lead us through some of that conversation. So again, thank you for coming today. And with that, I will hand it over to Forrest.